Hello, everybody. This is a business plan for 2024 and actually beyond. This is how to fill it out. Basically, I just have a little quote for you guys here. It says, "It is your road and your road alone. Others might walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you." So, what I highly recommend is, first of all, you should fill this out by hand, not by like typing it out. So that's number one. Number two is obviously name, date, and you should complete this within literally tomorrow or right away. And these are what I call rules to live by or to do business by. Um, these are belief systems, whatever the hell you want to call them, but they're very important. And this is something that I would highly recommend, something I kind of myself go back to all the time. And with a lot of good shit in here, I highly recommend that you guys look at it. Yeah. So, number one is you can't really go anywhere unless you know where you've been. And what does that mean? It's now this could be 27, 2029, 2020, 30, whatever the heck it is. Obviously, right now we're recording this in 2023, and we're embarking on 2024. But what's important here is that you need to kind of reflect on your last year. So, what was my goal for 2023? Put that down. Number of deals. Did I achieve my goal? Like the yes or no, no drama. What did I do well in 2023? All the things that you listed that you thought you did it good. What did I learn? Whatever that might be. What did I learn means basically something up. This is usually a learn. There's definitely a lesson in there, so it's good to kind of reflect on that. And what can I do differently this year to better invest my time? Okay. So this is the outline of the entire business plan. It's really simple. And what it is it says why now, why you, why now, set goals, strategy, what are the strategies, how you're going to get there, and when you do it, schedule it. So when are you going to do these things? You need to put them in your calendar and then accountability, and you'll see how this is going to work. So before you get into anything, there's a study that was done. You guys probably had heard me about this 1,000 times. There's a study that was done a while ago that just said something. Um, that just says something to the effect of like people. There's two different types of people: intrinsic and extrinsic motivations, and usually intrinsic is something like within. So you're trying to make yourself proud. You're trying to make somebody else proud. You're trying to fight for your family. You're trying to, show the people from school that you're better than, they thought you were, all that good stuff. These are intrinsic motivation versus people that are extrinsic, things that are motivated by people that are motivated by money, luxury, status, things like that. Usually those people, they're lovely, but there's nothing wrong with being motivated by money and all those things. But unfortunately, those type of motivations, they fade and they go away. And they often don't, kind of like taking a shower, it doesn't last. Um, and usually what happens is, and I've experienced this myself, is as soon as you hit your goal, you basically are done working. Okay, because you're not really there. You don't have a big cause. Like for me, one of the big motivators is, well, I work for my family, obviously my wife, my two kids that are coming. Well, I have one and another one coming. Obviously, making my father and mother proud, things like that, and obviously myself. Okay, so without a why, you will be misguided. So the first thing I kind of wanted to say here is, okay, why did you choose real estate? Explain here the justification of why you tell yourself why you decided to become licensed. What is the actual reality? You did your does the expectations match reality? Did you still continue this path? If it's not a year after, there's no shame in that, but it might wear off and the motivation will dissipate when money comes in. Um, man or woman derive a lot of their self fulfillment from their work. You must find a meaningful work. So this is really important. The best thing I could tell you, I think, is one of the quotes. You're going to work half of your life, if not a third or fourth of your life working. You're going to spend a third or fourth of your life working. You might as well do something you enjoy, and it's got to be passionate. For me, I freaking love real estate. I just talked to somebody last week, and they're like, "Dude, I can literally tell that you love real estate." And it wasn't like a client. It was actually another person. And that, dude, I don't have the same passion as you. Like it's kind of gone. So So there's this exercise I call it the magic wand. And if you could wave a magic wand, what would your business look like? First of all, it doesn't have to be real estate. What would you be doing? Like I literally did it to one time I did this exercise with a girl and she decided that real estate wasn't for her and she quit. And I was okay with me. And she still to this day thanks me. Okay. How much money do you want to earn? How many hours do you want to work? Let me tell you a funny story about this. I one time had a girl that had done 6 deals a year. And at the end of the day, we did a planning session. I said, "Hey, look, kid, how many deals do you want to do next year?" She's like, "Oh, I want to do 20." Great. How many hours did you work last week? I mean, last year per week. And she said, "I don't know, 10." Like, great. So are you willing to work 3 times, 4 times up next? She's like, "No, I want to work in less hours." So obviously, this girl's no longer with us because that doesn't exist. If you want to make a lot of money in this business, you actually got to put in a lot of hours. Okay. So how many weeks per year would you like to work? This is important because believe it or not, you need to figure out how many weeks you're going to work. For example, if I decide I want to work 30 weeks, great. And I want to do 100 deals. That means to hit my goal, I need 33, I need 3.3 deals per week if I want to work only 30 weeks. Now, if I want to work 52 weeks, then my goal is 52 deals. Pretty simple. I can do one deal per week, easy to break down. What are the hours we want to work? What does that mean? Well, I hate to say it, but for a long time, I used to have this mentality that, oh, I only work to work 4 hours a day. To no, and I'll be honest with you, that was okay, but no longer is that the case for me. I realized if I want to make big bucks, I got to make put in a lot of hours. Now, money. This is important. How much money do you want to invest in your business? Believe it or not, if you work with us and that's all you want to do, by all means, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. How much money do you want to support your lifestyle? You actually have to have two different expenses. You need to say how much do you need for your business and how much do you need to live. How much money do you need to save if you want to save? How much money do you want to put towards your education? And what I mean by that, I don't mean just like continuing education. I mean like if you want to go, like for me, I want to go to like Mountain Ferry. I want to do other stuff. I want to travel, and that was something I used to do back in the day. I haven't done it just because of family and stuff. But this year, I want to really dedicate myself to go away. Health. What are the health goals you're focused on? Again, I'm not the healthiest person in the world, but one of the things I take care of is I love to meditate sometimes and trying to do better with food and things like that. Again, I would not be the person to go after for health stuff. I would highly recommend you get professional help. That's something personal. So this is really important. I would say pick one or two things that you can do for yourself to make yourself happy aside from your family or your partner. Be selfish. So what fills your cup? For me, I love reading. I love swimming. I love just doing something for myself. Like I have a Tony Robbins ticket that I'm going to go through this year. Relationships. So this is something that I'm really dedicated to. Is I spend a lot of time with my family, my spouse, friends, things like that. And this is a real planning session. So basically, let's just say I'm going to do 10 deals times an average commission of 10,000 equals $100,000 income. It's really simple. So money, how much money do you have now? Let's say you have zero. Well, how much do you want to make next year? 100. Let's say last year you have a debt of, this year you have a debt of 10 grand. Let's say next year you want to have 5 grand. Investment, let's say I have zero. Now you want to have 100. Wait, let's say you're 200. Next year you want to be 220. I'm just kidding. But whatever. Activities. For example, let's just say I want to go out for a jog once a week or something like that. Personal. Uh, C, have, see, be, do. The personal could be multiple things, like I said, read, write, do something beautiful that's, invigorates your creativity, things like that. Relationships. And again, I would say spend one or two things that would help you elevate your relationships. And like for a while, again, before Mary got pregnant and everything like that, you know, basically, we used to go out every Friday for margaritas and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. And, that was kind of cool. Vacation, again, same thing this year because she was pregnant. We didn't go away, but I typically like to spend at least 2 to 3 weeks away. So this is called the GPS. So what does that mean? It means one goal, three priorities, five strategies. So GPS, goal, and then again, you do one for each thing. And I'm gonna for each area of your life that we discussed already. You said business, money, health, personal relationships. So we're gonna do it. Now the first one, which is business, I'm gonna share with you my goals are, and now I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm committed to, and we'll see. Obviously, I'm already kind of on track. Like I already have 3 deals for next year, so I'm feeling good about myself. So I'm still a little bit behind, and but we'll see. Okay, so again, I will sell 36 listings and I have a commission of 10,000. It's a little bit low, but whatever. 18 of them, which is half, will be buyers as well, and I'll make 50,000 from each purchase. I'll make 8,000 from each purchase. My gross commission will be 504. So that's pretty much my business plan. Okay. Three priorities to achieve this: seller lead generation, buyer appointment setting, intense role plays, and education weekly. So these are the three priorities that I think I need to do. Sellers, I need to work on so many sellers, so many buyers, and intense role playing and education weekly. So what is this? So again, 36 sellers. My goal is to call for 5 hours per day, 5 days a week. And I'll talk to 100 people and speak to about 20 and book one appointment. Call past clients quarterly, 2 hours per quarter. Email entire base of video every week. Just record one video and send it to admin. Just listed, just so called, 2 hours per week. Work on senior seminar and whatever. This is one of my strategies. Now, to be honest with you, because this is a little bit cheating, but it's actually true. I don't have to do anything new for buyers because while by doing this, I'm gonna generate all these buyers anyway. Buyers are actually a lot easier to do. I just generated another buyer for like having a listing, which is awesome. So it's really simple. Now, know who personal one-on-one coaching with Tom Ferry. I love this. So this is where priority number two says who or what. It's called the who or how. But what I mean by that is know or who. What that means is there's usually a gap of something you don't know or somebody you don't know. So it's either a gap. The third priority is always the same thing. What is it that you don't know or the tools that you don't know? Something like that. So I want to continue coaching Tom Ferry's people. I love it. So far, it's been going good. It's been my dream to go to like a summit in Dallas. So far, I've loved it. It's been awesome, whatever. But I want to actually buy the recording and not just have the recording, but I actually want to show up in person. Go to a marketing event with Jason Pantana. It's like, again another guy that I really like with Tom Ferry. He's awesome. I want to rejoin coaching with Dale Artigan. He's another guy. He's like another coach. I used to have him. He's awesome. And again, my other thing is get to know some divorce probate attorneys. So these are the who and the how that I need to commit to that I think will get me to my 50 goals or 50 deals. Okay. Now goal. Okay. Now this is you need to now do. Sorry, you need to do your own business goal. Well, I have it here. This is just an example, but it's my example. So just so you know, you're gonna have to do a business goal. You have to do a money financial goal. You're gonna have to do a health goal. So a money financial goal would be, I don't know, three priority. Let's say goal would be, well, make 400,000. Great. Priorities. Sell lots of real estate. Invest in crypto or not crypto. Put money in GSCs or put money in whatever, and then go into this. Like again, break it down. And then obviously, like for me, a couple of years ago, like I always made a lot of money, but I didn't really know how to save a lot of money. So basically, long story short, I decided to take some education. I did. It was really helpful. I made pretty good investments and good returns on one of my investments. So I thought it was worth it. Again, do one for health, do one for personal relationships. And now that you figured out everything you want, now you need to fill in the gap. And this is your weekly schedule, and it's 7 days, not four, not five. And you need to figure out, okay, I'm gonna wake up every day at 6. I'm gonna wake up every day at 9. I'm gonna wake up whatever the hell day you're gonna do, and you're gonna schedule it. For me, it's really simple. I wake up at a certain time every day, 6 o'clock, 6:30, and I prep lunch, breakfast for my kid. And then 8 o'clock, I'm taking him. By 9 o'clock, I'm in the office. I usually do some emails. 9:30, I'm already do we do role play or be prepping for a meeting, blah blah blah. My Mondays are pretty fun. The rest of them, then I work at least 3 4 days here, and then I work at least a Saturday, Sunday, if not both. Okay. Now, here's what's going to happen: is typically what we've done in the past is like, oh, here's a business plan. Okay, good luck, bye. Well, this year is going to be a little bit different because what I'm doing and what I want to do with you guys is that we're actually going to have this business plan with you at all times. So that means when you're done in January, you're going to get in here and say, okay, what was my monthly goal? Let's say your goal was 12 deals. Great. What was my monthly goal? One. Okay, great. Was one. Did I achieve my goal? Yes, I know. Okay, great. What was the gap? Let's say you did one, one. There's zero gap. That means you did it. What did I learn? I learned that I'm the shit. What did I need to my add to my schedule? Well, I need to add some alone time. I need to add I don't know, whatever you want to do. What do I need to delete from my schedule? And this is kind of a very hard question, even for myself. Uh, like I'll be honest with you, I sometimes take stupid meetings with stupid people that don't deserve my meeting, my time. Like I did one last week. It was a complete waste of time. I don't know why. The realtor was like, I need to let's mastermind, and what it was him asking me a lot of questions to find out about my business. So that's the kind of stuff that I don't like, but it is what it is. That's life. Okay, but you need to figure that out. If you play a lot of video games, you whatever the hell it is in your life that's not serving you is probably a bad idea. I knew guys that used to go strip clubs a lot, or they like to, do a lot of stupid stuff that doesn't really serve their business, and actually sometimes they need to hang out with the wrong people, the wrong crowd, whatever. So you need to do that every single month. So one, two, three. There's one for every month, and again, this is a live thing. And you need to write this shit down. It's not like whatever. Now, at the end of the quarter, you're gonna say, "Hey, what was my goal for the quarter?" Let's say you had a goal for 3 deals. Okay, great, three deals completed. Two. Okay, pending deals. I got one. Let's say one or two deals. Like right now, I have three pending deals. Awesome, good shit. What is then mindset? And you do what we call like a checkup from the neck up, and that means it's like, what is your mindset from 1 to 10? And again, you're doing this for every freaking quarter, and boom, this is all the quarters, and you're done here. Now, here's a couple of things, and in case you want to know, just in case you are trying to look for strategies or whatever for real estate, there's a bunch of stuff here that you could do. Know your numbers. For every 20 calls, you usually get one contact. For every 20 contacts, you get one appointment. One out of four appointments equals one deal. That is how my numbers are. Your numbers could be 3,000 calls equals one contact, and 4,000 contacts equal one appointment. So you need to adjust your freaking numbers. So I hate to say it, you can't compare yourself to me or Fred or somebody else who knows what they're doing when, let's say, you don't know, or maybe you do know, but you still need practice. So that's okay, but you need to know your numbers. How many appointments do you need to do? 20. All you need is 20 appointments, blah, blah, blah. So this kind of sums it up to see what you actually need to do. So the only way to increase production is by doing the following thing. Double down the sources on a source. So let's say you're doing internet leads, it's working out. You're like, hey, how can I get more internet leads? We can go out there and generate more business, increase time and effort. Let's say you have enough internet leads, but you don't call like a lot of us here, including myself, we don't call people enough. We call them once or twice. It's horrible. So what I recommend is that you spend more time on the phone. Resources, perhaps, um, basically, you don't know something, and therefore you should. Sometimes it's called going deep, meaning how do I say this? Going deep. So, for example, let's say you're doing internet calls, but you should do more door. Let's say you're doing farming, so you should do more calls to the same neighborhood, door knock, mail, and bench ads, all to the same area. Just to kind of, and obviously skills are very, very, very important. In fact, they are the most important, in my humble opinion. Okay, it's unbelievable what I think. Sometimes people they think within a week that they know what they're doing and they stop coming to the office and all that crap. And then you realize, like, dude, you don't know anything. I've done over 100,000 calls, and now you're like trying to tell me, oh, I can do this from home, whatever. It doesn't work. Okay, you need to actually spend time watching other people do it, and or go practice and watch TV or watch YouTube and learn from it, which I know a lot of people don't, but that's what you should be doing. So in 2024, I'm going to double down on one source of business, cut one source of business, and add one more. And this is something that's true for us. We got rid of something, we're going to double down on something else, and we're going to try something else. Okay. Database, you need to add to it besides internet leads we give you. So what the hell does that mean? So for example, I can give you an example. Last weekend, or no, not the last weekend, the weekend before that, I actually went and I did an open house. And the cool thing about the open house thing is that I basically ended up meeting a ton of nice people. I added like about 10 people to my database because I use an app for collecting database. I mean, leads and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. But that's what's up. And then you need to actually add value to it, and that's sending out newsletters, emails, something of value. Okay. And the best thing and the last thing is the best agents have a routine. They are masters of their day. They don't give in to temptation or distraction. And again, I wish I could tell you I'm proficient at this, but it's something that I wish I was better at. But again, I'm continually trying to improve. Okay. So again, a couple of things about like some structure. Number one, skill building. We do that. We do, skill whatever. We do role plays, things like that. I try to take it as seriously as possible. 90 days of outbound lead gen, 60 minutes of lead follow up, client follow up, 30 minutes of content creation, work 30 days. So here's what I was taught recently is that you should work every second Saturday. So basically work 11 days out of 14. So have 3 days off every 2 weeks. Okay. All this is helpful. This is the blueprint of how to fill it out. Again, fill it out with pen and paper, not with. So I'm gonna upload this. I'm gonna send it to Slack. I need you to fill it out with pen and paper. I want to go through it. Thank you. Have a good day.